Hey everybody, this is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. It is March 2017, and I'm going to try to stay as on point as I can in this video so that I don't take up too much of your time. I wanted to get to projects for my channel. I'm actually taking some requests here, so these upcoming projects are going to be related somewhat to some requests from viewers. And some of the others are personal projects of mine that I'm interested in doing and sharing with you. Let's first talk about board gaming. Board gaming and Dungeons and Dragons was really what started my channel. I was actually looking at a board game that could be a good gateway into Dungeons and Dragons. So that's really how my channel was born. And started with the solo playthrough of Wrath of Ashardalon. Nobody else was doing anything like that at the time, and it helped kick off the solo board gaming craze, which I understand Tom Vassell, even on the Dice Tower, has done recently, which has just blew everybody away. So solo board gaming, sometimes I have a chance to play something with my wife on the channel. I think I even did one with my son, but we got some of the rules wrong because we read the rule book too quickly. But board gaming is still going to be a part of the channel. As far as requests for this, one request I've had is there's been some interest for me to revisit the Lord of the Rings card game in the unique style that I did before, which was the narrative style. I not only played the game, but I also told a story as I went through it. And that's an interesting request, and it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of work to do. But that might be something fun to revisit. So that's definitely on my list, because I have plenty of expansions for that I've just never gotten into. I've never played yet. So there's just a ton of content for that game that I own that I haven't even used yet, and I would like to. Some other just straight board games that I would love to cover. These haven't been specifically requested, but people are familiar that I have them, and they've recommended them to me. Things like Zombicide, Black Plague, the Pathfinder adventure game, the card game, the first one. I've got more content to play through on the Dungeons and Dragons board games. What else do I have up there? I've got what is that called? Shadowrun, the Shadowrun card game. I haven't even tried that yet. I've got that one. I wanted to look more into the Star Wars Rebellion. Having just attempted a playthrough of Mansions of Madness with the app, I have a copy of the board game that uses the app. It was one of the first ones, XCOM. I haven't done a playthrough of that yet. I literally haven't played it yet, and I've got it. This is a growing problem of mine, a rapidly growing collection of games that I haven't had a chance to get through due to work being so busy. But I'd love to play through that one. What was it? Dead of Winter, Mice and Mystics. There are just a lot of different games I have that I would love to play through. So if any of those sound interest to you, write in the comments that you'd like to see that one, and just let me know. And don't be afraid to list some that perhaps I haven't listed. I might have it. I'm not particularly interested in the moment of buying a bunch of new ones. So if you mention one that I don't have, I'll probably just let you know that I don't have that, and I don't think I can get that anytime right away. But take a chance and let me know if you have a request for a board game that you'd like to see me dive into. As you know, my style is to jump in and kind of learn a game as I go along, And sometimes I end up coming across some questions that people hadn't really encountered yet or hadn't thought of, or maybe had even interpreted in the wrong way. And as a little community here, you guys are my gaming group, we usually are able to come to some pretty solid answers together, and it helps me, and then it helps a lot of people watching. So let me know if you have any requests for some of the board gaming. RPGs. Like I said, from the beginning, the intent of my channel was to help learn some board games that I could share with my classes in English. As the first group of English students I had they were heading into middle school, and they were a really good age to start enjoying Dungeons and Dragons, but I thought taking them into D&D right away might be too hard. So I started with those board games, and then eventually I worked them into the full role-playing game. So, speaking of role-playing games, there's been multiple requests for me to do more of the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons solo play using board game components and theme. And that was an experiment of mine that I did to help me learn 5th edition. And it went really well, and that playthrough of my second game using the Wrath of Ashardalon and Dungeon Command components got interrupted. And I didn't finish that adventure, I just got started. And so I've had requests to continue that and do more, and my answer is yes. I'm going to do that. That's actually at the top of my list here. I've also had requests about the DC Adventures game. It's actually Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition, basically. But the books I have are set in the DC universe. And I have had some requests to talk some more about that game, because evidently some people saw my video introducing it. It was of interest to them, and they would like to learn some more about it, especially, I think, how to run some games using that system. I don't have a ton of advice for that, but I can share with you what I do have, because I have run some games, and I had a way to head into running it which was quite simple and easy for people to catch on to. So hopefully that might help some of the viewers who have requested that. For me personally, I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of all the editions of Dungeons and Dragons, but I love 4th edition. A lot of people didn't, but you have to see how they're different. Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition is a tactical miniatures, skirmish game, basically, that has these, you can add so much more depth and fun to it by adding the role play components to it. But yes, it uses miniatures and maps, and there's tactical movement, and it's been great for me to use here because it's such a visual game, and the rules are rules. People can follow them. It makes sense. I even have a copy of the player's handbook here in Japanese that I let my students use. So I'm going to need to come up with some more adventures for my students. And I think one of the criticisms of 4th edition, and there were many because it was so different, one of the criticisms was there wasn't a lot of great adventures for it. And I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't invest a lot in the adventures, but 5th edition, the new edition, has some pretty good adventures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be taking some of those 5th edition adventures that you might be interested in, and I'm going to be converting those into 4th edition encounters for the use in my classes. And you might have a chance to see some of what is in the adventure without maybe total spoilage. So if you ever wondered what this adventure was about and what was in this quest, I might be covering some of the highlights there. But the difference in style, 5th edition lets you go through the game and really explore and have, a bunch of little encounters and then have a big encounter and a lot of freedom of choice and stuff. 4th edition was more of, I guess you could say it could be a bit more like a railroad. You had sort of a set track of encounters that you would create and work a lot on and set up. And you would kind of tell some of the story and lead them into, and here you are, and you're in this situation. And then you get started there. And then you can role play and kind of connect people to the next encounter. But it was a very encounters-based system. And Dungeons & Dragons is a little bit more sandbox type, where players have a lot more control of where they go and what they're going to do. So just 2 different styles. That more open style is difficult for my students to do based on the level of English that they have. So 4th edition is much better suited for them and the type of games that we can enjoy together. Finally, I'm going to close with Star Wars, the one that's in print from Fantasy Flight Games. I still have a ton of content for the Warhammer that was also Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay from Fantasy Flight, which, man, unfortunately just, they lost the license or whatever. I didn't even get to cover that fully on my channel. But I still hope to, because I bought a bunch of it. Anyway, I may cover that later, but the Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, Force and Destiny, amazingly, it was a surprise to me. Probably the most viewed videos I have on my channel are based on those role-playing games. You'd think it was a board game I did or something, but it's not. The Star Wars RPG is probably the most popular videos I have on my channel, and so definitely due to interest and demand, I'll be happy to share some more content with those games and its unique dice system. And so I'm even playing in one now using Fantasy Grounds. Someone put together a modified version of the rules system, and you downloaded it for free if you had the Fantasy Grounds program, which you paid for. And I've been playing that about once every 2 weeks, and I've been having a ball. I'm playing a droid mechanic, and so far I think I've had more success. I've been more successful in our firefights than the rest of the party, which is amazing. But anyway, we're having a good time. My character's name is Junior, and he does a lot of different voices and sounds. Anyway, that's. Let me tell you about my character. Anyway, we're having a good time with that. So that's some of the content I've got coming up on the channel. I ended up going on a bit longer here than I meant to, but definitely some board games, both the lighter ones and the heavier ones that I'm personally interested in. I'm interested in hearing your requests, and I'll let you know what I do have and what I don't have. I know I have another one here that I didn't mention before, which is everybody said was great, and I haven't had a chance to try yet. That's the Alien Encounters, I think. I haven't done that card game yet. I even have the Predator one too. Oh man, there's just a stack of stuff up there that is just some great games. I haven't even done, what is it, Imperial Assault? I haven't even played that yet, and it's collecting dust on my shelf up there. I feel awful. I need to get through some of these games, and may even need to slim down my collection here. I can't believe how wild I've gone over the past few years buying up board games. And getting into my role-playing game collection is a whole nother thing too. That reminds me, I'm also thinking of doing a series of videos both covering my inventory of board games, just shorter videos sort of talking about the different board games that I have and what my experience was with them. Not specifically aimed at reviews, but just more of my personal experience with the game and my thoughts on it. So it's really just a chance for me to reflect on the game and share my thoughts with you. And then I was going to do the same with my role-playing game collection and going through that. And I got a bunch of different stuff here for that that I had shipped over or brought over piece by piece after I made visits back to the States. So a lot to do, a lot I'm excited about, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you on the channel. So hope you'll stay tuned. Once again, let me know if you have any requests about anything. I'll be glad to consider them. But that's kind of what I've got in mind. I'll catch you later, everybody. Just one last little note here. Sometimes when I get home, I'm pretty burned out, and I don't have the time, energy, or the place to set up a whole board game for the evening. So I'll be doing some run-throughs of some video games too. I'm playing them anyway. I'll throw them up on the channel and just enjoy them if you want to. But I don't have any plans to turn my channel into a video game channel. There's tons of those out there. So these are just things that are particular to or of particular interest to me, and they might be, slower paced, more RPG focused type of video games. Not all the active shooters that are so popular these days. All right, I'll catch you guys soon, I hope. See you later.